What an insane performance by Real Madrid. Truly, when you talk about bouncing back, you look at this type of performance because they beat Athletic Bilbao 3-0, a fantastic performance, and it has led me to make this video how Real Madrid come back in 2026. And beware, because some of these things we are going to mention in this video might even be a bit controversial. But let us just get into this game. What a performance. Truly what a performance. From the first minute of the game, these guys were just moving insanely. They were playing like a team on a mission. They were playing like men on a mission. They were playing beautiful football. Lively, attacking, making all the right passes, the right runs. Everything was just like truly going so smoothly. But before we go on to speak more about the performance, we need to bring up the lineup because he started this lineup, very interesting lineup. He played no right winger and he also didn't play Arda Güler. So when I saw that Arda Güler was not on the pitch, I was thinking, well, this is kind of confusing because when you took Arda Güler off against Girona, the team didn't play any better. The team lacked creativity and all these things. But when you come to this match, and I know it's a different opponent, different levels of defense, different players, different system, but having no Arda Güler actually proved to be a very good thing in this game. And it's not me saying he should be benched, but I'm saying for this style of team, and listen, this is just me talking, no facts proven. We don't know anything. Maybe Arda Güler would have had a fantastic performance, but I think with this great performance by the team, without having Arda Güler on the pitch, I think we could very well see Arda get dropped. Because we did have a source of creativity in this match. It was Trent, and my goodness, Trent he's amazing, an insane player, and I can't believe I was saying, before the season began, why sign Trent? Why sign him? We don't need him. We have Carval. There's no purpose for why we need Trent. And I take back my words. Because if you are gonna sell Madrid, if you are gonna sell Cruz, Trent can fill that shoes. Well, kind of. He kind of can fill that shoes. And that's what he's doing. That guy put in a beautiful cross. Goes to Bellingham. Bellingham to Camavinga. Header to header. Beautiful goal. Beautiful goal. And you see how important Trent is. I think, let's just say Carval comes back. You can play Trent and Carval in the same match. You can put Trent even in the midfield. Trent can 100% play as a midfielder. Can he play as a deep line playmaker? I think he can. I think he can play CDM. Even though the last time I personally saw him play CDM, he played for England in the Euros and the guy was trash. He was poor. But I feel like there's a lot of potential when it comes to Trent. And you know what's so crazy? We can glaze up this performance, but that was the only goal in my opinion that didn't come from pure individual brilliance. Because the other two goals came from this man, Kylian Mbappe. These two goals, they were individual brilliance. They were individual brilliance. You can argue, you can say whatever you want to say. Individual brilliance. Because this guy's reaching Cristiano levels, Messi type of levels. He is that kind of player in our generation. He is that. There's no one else, no Lamine Yamal, no Haaland. There's no one that's matching this guy. Nobody that's competing. Ballon d'Or 2026 could be coming very very soon. And it could be coming to Kylian Mbappe. But let us get into 3 things that are going to make Real Madrid come back in 2026. And yes, we are reaching 2026. We are months away from 2026. I can't believe it. The first thing that will be important for this team having success in 2026 is, and I said it's going to be controversial, Real Madrid must keep Xabi Alonso. And you know what? This was tough for me to say considering we have been, well, I guess I've been, well, no, you guys also in the comments are also included. We've kind of been doubting Xabi Alonso. We haven't been saying that he should be sacked. But we have been saying that he has been bringing in some poor results. And that's understandable. But after a performance like this, where you can see his philosophy is working, he's getting the players back on his side. After a performance like this, I can say, keep him until the end of the season. And then you see what happens next. But remember, we are also going to have to see how he performs against City. Let's see how this team performs against City. City are in good form. Not in their best form, but they are in good form. Real Madrid, not in such good form. This game was a good bounce back. Is it fast enough? I don't think so. I think this team can still very much lose to City. And not just lose, probably get destroyed. So the first thing is, keep Xabi Alonso. The second thing is individual brilliance. Because let me tell you something. This team is full of individuals, full of egotistical players, and there's nothing wrong with egotistical players. I feel like you guys who always talk about, oh, Vani has an ego, Mbappe has an ego, Bellingham has an ego. But let me tell you something. Ego doesn't matter. It's all about how they play on the pitch. The individuals in this team are class. You get a player like Trent. You saw the brilliance that this guy displayed on the pitch. You look at Mbappe. 2 goals he scored in this game were literally brought from individual brilliance. We can go back to El Clasico in which Bellingham put on an individual brilliance performance. And one player who truly is gonna showcase individual brilliance into this team is Thibaut Courtois, our most important player. Arda Güler is also a good shout. Valverde, Tchouameni, a lot of them are good shouts for individual brilliance. And then this kind of goes into number 3, which is the teamwork. And when we talk about teamwork, we're talking also about teamwork when it comes to Xabi. For them to succeed, they're gonna have to put their egos aside and listen to Xabi. Listen to him, back him, and do not cause some unnecessary issues. So those are the 3 things. Let's now talk about the other players in this match. Let's talk about Alvaro Carreras, who had a fantastic display. Truly, I don't think anyone at left back is going to compete with him. Fran Garcia for sure is not going to compete with him. Mendy's out for the entire year. He's out for the entire year. Like, that shocked me. That truly shocked me. I guess he's injury prone. And all I can say is hope for a speedy recovery. And I think that all about confirms Carreras is not losing his spot. When we talk about losing spots, it's sad to say, I think Arda Güler is losing his spot. You know, I hate to say it, I'm a fan of Arda Güler. But if the team continues to play as good as they did without him, then I think he's gonna be back on the bench coming on as a sub. And that's wild to say considering he has been brilliant this season. Then we move on to Rodrigo. Listen, Rodrigo, whenever he comes up from the bench, is forcing it. He's forcing his plays, rushing his plays, and going for shots that don't even make sense. And I think this is what happens to a player when you continuously bench them. They lose their patience and then they just start playing poorly. Not because they are poor players, but it's because they're walking on eggshells. And then we need to now move on to Vani Jr. I think Vani Jr. played good in this game, although it kind of feels like Mbappe. And I mean, this is a known thing for a long time. I think it's a year now of this. Mbappe has stolen his thunder. And you know what's crazy? In 2022, when Vani was playing sensationally, and even in 2024, we were saying Vani might even be better than Mbappe, or he might be on Mbappe's level. But now seeing them both in the team, Vani is playing in his favorite position. Mbappe is not playing in his favorite position. And Mbappe is still outperforming Vani. But yeah, that is just my opinion. And if you want to hear another opinion, I think Real Madrid should start Gonzalo Garcia. I know we had a great performance in this match, but you can click on this video. But if you enjoyed, smash like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Peace out.